Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Our next guest has a fun DIY craft that can not only help bring more wildlife to your garden, but also makes a great gift. We welcome 4-H leader and gardening expert, Ann Schroeder. Thank you for bringing all this cool stuff for us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me about the material. I am learning this new word, hypertufa.
Yes, so hypertufa was kind of based off of tufa, which is like a porous volcanic rock, and it's great for growing succulents in. So what it is it's cement mixed with lightweight materials. So it's, like I said, mixture of cement, which I bought this one. It's about a 40-pound bag of cement. I didn't want to bring it here today, so that's why
I love that you brought a visual representation.
This is what it looks
like.
like.
We didn't have to lug in the back. Oh.
Exactly, and same with peat moss. You need
Amazing.
peat moss, which comes in a pretty big bag.
Yeah.
You just buy that at a big box store.
Okay.
And then, and this is what the peat moss looks like. So it's kind of like a very lightweight, kind of fibrous material.
Yeah.
And then the third ingredient is either perlite or vermiculite. So this is your perlite. It's these they're kind of chunky, lightweight, rock-looking things, but they kind of give your pot or your creation more of like a rustic look, organic look. And then vermiculite, if you use this one, so again, you could use the perlite or the vermiculite or a mixture of both, but the vermiculite will give you more of like a uniform texture.
Oh, okay.
So
these are like all the things that you see in the gardening store but don't exactly know what they're called.
Exactly.
We're getting such a great education today.
Yes,
okay.
and again, like this is a very economical way to make some really awesome pots for your plants. I mean, if you do an internet search for hypertufa, you will see there are so many cool possibilities with this material.
That's awesome.
So just really quick, I made this. This is a little bird bath that I made. And this is perfect for your pollinators because like bees and butterflies, they need like a pretty shallow amount of water so they don't drown. So this is great for them.
That's so cool.
And then I've got this little, it's almost like a little like trinket dish, and you could also use it for like soap. And then I made this little mushroom that you could just like stick in the ground. And then as well as the pots, of course, that you can put your potted plants in.
You could really go crazy with this and decorate your whole garden.
Yes. So let's go to it and get our hands dirty. You will need gloves. And I will say, when I do this at home, I usually mix the ingredients in a 5-gallon bucket or a wheelbarrow. But you do want to wear an N95 mask or a mask because the concrete, it's very dusty and it can irritate your lungs. So for that reason, I have mixed everything already in just this plastic container. So again, I've mixed the cement, the peat moss, and then I did a mixture of the perlite and vermiculite. And you want to do a 1-to-1 ratio.
Oh, okay.
So I just use a yogurt container, and so I'll just do 1 scoop of cement, 1 scoop of the peat moss, and then 1 scoop of combined the perlite and vermiculite.
I love that. That's easy to remember too.
Yes, very easy. So I've mixed it all in here, and I gave it a really good shake because you want all of these dry materials to be covered with the dry cement so that everything sticks together really well. And then I'm just going to add enough water to give it a consistency almost like brownie batter. And I will show you what that looks like. And I have to be careful because I don't want to add too much water because I can't really go back at this point.
Sure, that makes sense.
So I'm just going to kind of mix this up.
Well, it's kind of like baking. You have to measure precisely or not so precisely and kind of check on things as you're going along.
Yes, absolutely.
This is fun.
It's almost like a science experiment.
It really is. And you get to shake and bake too.
Yeah, exactly.
This would be such a fun project, I think, for families to get together and do too.
Yeah, and so I was just telling someone, I mean, this would make a really cool project about like if you wanted to make favors for like a bridal shower, a baby shower, you can make cute little pots and put succulents in them, or again like a little dish to put like earrings on, or candy or something.
It's always nice to get and give a thoughtful handmade gift. It always means so much more.
And it's unique. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. We're getting to the right consistency now. Like you can see it's if you like squeeze it, it'll come together and like not a lot of moisture is coming out. So this is pretty much the consistency you want.
Okay.
Okay, so first we're gonna make just a pot, and this is a great way to recycle old containers.
Oh, nice.
So we're just gonna start with the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put this material in here, and then at a certain point, I will pass it off to you so you could give it a try.
Okay. And we're just kind of putting it along the edges as our guide here?
Yes.
Okay.
We're just trying to make an nice even layer, just pressing it down in the bottom.
Okay.
And then I just put my finger in there, or you could use a stick or something just to make a little drainage hole in the bottom, because that's pretty important.
So important. So important.
For the health of your root plant, or the plant roots.
Okay.
And then you're going to start just pushing it up along the sides.
Okay.
And I will pass this off to you.
I'll finish this one off, and you're going to show us one other thing over here?
Yes.
Okay.
And maybe we can put the hypertufa mixture between us.
Perfect.
I'm going to start putting this on here. So over here, we're going to be making a little dish or a bird bath out of this hosta leaf. So I just picked the leaf off the plant at home, and then I have sand on the bottom. I've kind of molded it kind of up towards the center to give the leaf some structure.
Cool.
And then you put the leaf just down on top, and then you can start packing the hypertufa on top of it. Now, you can use any leaf you want to. Rhubarb leaves are pretty popular. Really any leaf that, I like a leaf that has kind of a cup shape, a natural cup shape, so it does catch water. And some people use like monstera leaves, rhubarb leaves. And it's nice to use something that has like pretty prominent veins, just because they, will make that impression on your hypertufa.
We have just about a minute left, so once you've got your structure together, what's the curing process, or how do we get this to the finished product?
Sure, so all you want to do is cover up your project with a plastic bag and let it sit for, people say 24 to 48 hours. I say the longer the better. So you need that humidity to make your hypertufa really nice and strong.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. And then you can just put it outside. And again, I encourage people to check online, because there are different opinions on the curing process, but it'll be fine. So
it probably depends on the climate you live in too, how long to be outside,
what
and things
season
like that.
it is.
Okay. This is so cool,
that's
though.
it. It's super easy.
How fun. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Of course.
This was a really fun project. We will have all these tips for you on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.